Yes. That's what I wanted, and this is what we get. I take no Friday the 13th news for granted, and Brad Caleb Kane, the showrunner, has put out an image that Crystal Lake has officially started filming, which is awesome, which means we'll get some more behind the scenes throughout the year, and ultimately we'll find out who is playing Jason Voorhees. Now, this is supposed to be a multi-season show, 3 or 4 seasons, followed up by a movie. I don't know what's ever going on with Horror Inc., what's going on with New Line Cinema, and the rights for movie rights and things like that. We'll find out later about that down the road. Now, when it comes to Pamela Voorhees, she's obviously going to be the main focal point, and little Jason will be as well. We know that Pamela Voorhees is going to be, by the way, Linda Cardellini, I think, was a perfect choice for the casting, which is awesome. I know that everybody was weirded out in the beginning that, you know, Pamela Voorhees has some type of singing career before she ends up at the camp as the cook. But Brad Caleb Kane actually has experience in the music business, and he used to actually sing. So if there's anybody that is weirded out by that of Pamela's past, I think we're not really worried about that as much. I'm not really worried about that as much because I know he'll take care of it and he'll give it a lot of respect since he knows how that's going to go. Because it's the first season of Crystal Lake, we're going to see Pamela Voorhees before she hits the camp. Maybe we'll see Jason's father. We'll see the horrendous thing that has happened to her. She has Jason. You know, he has deformalities, maybe brings little Jason to Camp Crystal Lake to, you know, maybe help his self-confidence, make new friends. And obviously things take the wrong turn, gets picked on, and things just get worse and worse until Jason drowns in the lake. And then Pamela Voorhees starts to really take action in the story. The first season to this is going to be Pamela Voorhees really going through the trauma of losing her son, trying to maintain her innocence, and then going on a ultimate killing spree, which we all know that's going to happen, but we get to see a more in-depth of a prequel to Friday the 13th, a prequel sequel, because obviously they will show the before, the middle of during Friday the 13th, and they will show the results at the end of what happens that we've already seen on the screen, but we're going to see it in a different way in this show that we're getting. All this sounds absolutely fantastic, and I have a really good feeling that Brad Caleb Kane is really going to pull this off. But then I think to myself, what if this doesn't really work? They have to hit on this first season of Crystal Lake. Like, it cannot be a flop. They can't fuck up. They can't screw up. Like, by the end of it, Jason witnessing his mother's head being cut off, and then maybe they do a time lapse where they do like 15, 20 years later or something like that, and then he starts walking out of the lake, and then a big cliffhanger, black screen. Then we get all excited because we're not going to see Jason. We're going to see little Jason, but we're not going to see Jason with the mask. It's just not going to happen in this first season. This first season of Crystal Lake relies on the success that it's getting. And if it doesn't, and it's a total flop, they don't renew for a second season. So it's almost like we have to build up to see Jason still because we're still not getting it in this first season. It's just a whole nother line we have to cross to make sure that Brad Caleb Kane does an epic job on this project. And 100%, it definitely relies on it. I know everybody's nervous. This is a very nervous time because the franchise hasn't been around since 2009. It's been a long time. We know that Jason Universe isn't doing right by the fans because their marketing is half-assed backwards right now, and it makes absolutely no sense. Before anything comes out, they want you to buy, spend, Halloween Horror Nights, buy our t-shirts, buy our mugs, buy this crappy mask that nobody likes and put it on a t-shirt and just sell it to everybody. Nobody wants to buy this shit. We need you to do right by us. Jason Universe isn't doing right by us, but can Brad Caleb Kane really turn this thing alive? I know he's a diehard Friday the 13th fan, and from what I know and from what I hear that people that know him, that he's really treating this thing with a lot of respect, and he is doing as right as he possibly can by all of these characters. I want multiple seasons. I want a film. I understand a lot of fans want the film. I get that until they figure out the rights and what's going on with that whole thing. Our boy is coming back, and that's all that matters to me. And we're about to get, you know, a lot of big surprises throughout this year, and hopefully by next year. Yeah, I mean, this thing is happening. I mean, when we heard rumors that the show was going to go on and then it got canceled, then it was a new showrunner, it was just so much confusion. Now it's really happening. Like it's not getting canceled. It is happening now. Well, other than that, guys, that's pretty much going to be about it. Let me know what you guys think about the Crystal Lake show. It has begun filming. Are you worried? Do you think that this is going to be a flop? Do you think it's going to be a success? Do you think Brad Caleb Kane is going to do a good job as the showrunner? You guys let me know in the comments section below. And obviously, I cover mostly all the Friday the 13th news I can, since I'm a diehard fan of the franchise. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more horror news and Friday the 13th news in general. And make sure you hit the like button because it helps out tremendously. And I will see you guys on the next one. Keep running. Peace out.